Today on this episode of Reality Gays,
Marissa said yes to the dress, but no to the hooded penis.
y'all, Poodle has compiled the sext. Watch this space.
And Katie's storage unit, is that where Nancy Guthrie is?
Oh, Jesus.
I can't believe you made me say that.
You wrote it.
I did, but I didn't want to do it.
You wrote it. Roll it, Christina.
RG on YT, y'all.
Get down tonight, Daddy.
It's time for Reality Gays. We're here to cover another reality show. And while the video plays, just sit back and let go.
Now, you may be thinking, where'd the theme song go? We made this little switch because copyright's a bitch. We got 90 Day, Mormon Wives, Lala, and more. And now you can watch us, you whore. You like to watch. You dirty slut. Yeah, you know.
Like it, don't ya? A little too much. Ooh, moist.
RG on YouTube, y'all. I want to show my creamy shoulders. And maybe my nipple.
Poodle, no.
So this is my fiance, Josh, and he's from, wait, say it first, and I'm going to copy it exactly. Where are you from?
Cambridge, England.
Cambridge, England. I'm such a good at British accent. I'm so good at them.
Yeah. Well,
Cambridge, England.
England. Cambridge. It's not a hard word. Like, we have a Cambridge
I have
here.
such a good British accent.
It's almost as good as mine.
I know. Gotta work with you a little bit on that.
Y'all, strap in, grab a drink, grab a gummy.
Good
Or,
God.
Or if you're Aisha, say a prayer.
Getting
Getting rid of the devil.
Taking my ass.
Yes, y'all, because this is Reality Gays. I'm Mattie.
And I'm Poodle, and we are two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than tearing reality television a new one. And God, do we have our work cut out for us today.
Today, y'all, because it is a brand new season of 90 Day Fiance, season 12, episode 1. It's my getting married era.
In my getting married, yeah.
This is we are verbose gay men who talk too much, so we do this in two parts. So
I'm not apologizing.
This is
I have so much to say.
if you're new to us, this is our part 1, and so thank you for listening. Or if it's on Tuesday,
Hi.
hello, hi. Thank you for watching. You're watching us right now. That's it. That's all
you're
saying.
Still
You're just
waving. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
12 seasons of 90 Day Fiance. That's
crazy.
That is crazy.
And we have seen every single episode of every single season.
I thought about this. There's an episode recently, Billie Eilish is on Good, and that's what I thought. Billie Eilish was on Good Hang with Amy Poehler, and Amy Poehler said, my producer, she said she took an Adderall and figured up all the hours because Billie Eilish has said she's watched The Office, something like she watches the whole season through like 2 or 3 times a year.
Wow.
So, but it made me think, and we're not going to do this, but maybe a sissy out there is, how many hours have we spent watching 90 Day Fiance?
Also, all the spinoffs.
But yeah, I mean the multiverse of it.
Yeah.
Days. I don't know. I kind of want to know.
Multiple days.
Yeah. Oh. I bet we're up to almost like a month.
And what do we have to show for it?
This
That paltry thing.
That doesn't make you feel. Again, you're just hunched over a microphone in a corner. I'm in here with a shitty ass light because you can't fuck the right people.
I'm always hunched. My back is straight. I'm not hunched.
Honey, nothing's straight on you.
Wow. I just need to say, it really feels good to be back. The original always hits. I
And it's nice to be excited about. We've had a couple of newer 90 days where we're like, but
I think this is going to be a good season.
I think this is going to be a great season.
As far as likability, I'm not sure.
I don't think they care about that as much anymore. I think they want us to be gagged and gooped.
So far, I like a lot of the foreigners. That usually tends to be who I
usually always like them more than the Americans. That's how it goes.
Good God.
That is
actually,
how it
I
goes.
don't mind Mallory that much. I think she might be fun. But I was just like, these people, the foreigners are getting the short end of the stick here.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Do we have
Happy Mother's Day to those of you that.
Oh, that's right. It's Mother's Day.
Yes, it's Mother's Day, or as many as you know, my brother's birthday that was not celebrated.
I'm kind of glad Mother's Day is now past, so we don't ever have to revisit this.
Yeah, well, we're in it now. We're recording this before. But yes, it is Sunday, May 10th. Happy Mother's Day. Again, if you are new to us, so yes, both of these videos drop on Tuesday the week after. So if the show comes out on Sunday and our videos come out on Tuesday. However, if you are on RG Plus via Supercast or Patreon at the $15 tier, you get both videos Sunday night. Because you're a double dick pig.
You can stay up and bother your partner.
Yes, just laughing in bed and they're upset. Just don't ruin your marriage because of us or your partnership.
They're sitting there with the CPAP machine strapped to their face. So they're already making noise.
Yeah, they can't hear shit. Good call. That's very true. Good guess.
They're already pissing you off with their fucking CPAP.
Yeah, so just go ahead and...
I swear to God, if I've slept next to a CPAP person and they made a complaint about my sleep, I'm like, go fuck yourself with your Darth Vader apparatus.
Well, be careful what you wish for. You might end up with
I'll end up with somebody
with a devil dick who's got the best dick you've ever had and has a CPAP.
You know what? The thing is, I don't think I'd mind it. I'm just saying, if they came at me about anything in my sleep,
I don't think they would. Have people come at you about the way
say
you
I move
sleep?
around a lot.
Oh, I think you have that twitchy leg syndrome thing or whatever that is.
I don't know.
No,
I don't see it.
You've kicked me and drawn blood when we used to have share beds. That's why we don't even stay in the same room anymore.
I do move around. Sometimes the covers are extremely tousled.
Your heels are like razors. I don't know how you're made that way. Yeah, it's so you do the restless leg syndrome. That's what it's called.
I had to take some of the claws out of my feet when I was born.
Oh boy. Y'all, also, Last Resort Season 3 is coming June 1st. And as some of you called it, whether it's 90 Day or Temu Traders, it's here. And
for better or worse.
Better or worse, we're going to cover it. So there you go.
We already announced those couples, right? Yeah, we talked about.
Yeah, we already talked about them. If you are watching us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. Just hit that thumbs up button.
Thumbs up the butt.
Thumbs up the butt. Also, be sure to check.
We had a listener put in our Facebook thing saying they're mostly nonverbal autistic child. Just kept saying thumbs up the butt.
Yeah. Hey, here at Reality Gays, we're like OT.
It's just like occupational therapy.
There you go. It's just like it.
Just healing the world.
Healing the world.
That's what we're doing.
If you want to jump on the non-commercial, the commercial-free tier for What Poodle?
Your pleasure.
Yes, that is $8, and it's available on patreon.com/realitygays or at Supercast, which is realitygays.supercast.com. And what's easier than Poodle?
Apple subscriptions. It's one button, and mine is a complex
and you're pretty
series.
Easy. You're pretty easy.
I'm very easy. But then when you get me, it's a complex series of operations.
So if you're on Apple,
you may not walk out.
Yeah, you may not walk out. And you don't want to hear our commercials, that's fine. You can jump on that tier. Just a reminder, if you do join specifically Patreon, don't
Pacifically, yes.
Yeah, Pacifically. Yes. Don't use the Apple Pay. Go on a browser and put in your credit card information because Apple charges you an extra fee.
Go
to
on
join
Opera.
Patreon.
Just pull up that.
Firefox. Is it still around?
Firefox.
That little fox
I think
just circling.
Is.
I think it is. come at me on Cameo, not Poodle. He's not on there. Someone messaged me the other day and said, "Can I get a makeup tutorial?" Yes, send me a picture or a video.
I think you
can
should
add
charge
that.
higher rates for those. That's like a specific skill.
Well, I'm going to do a quick. I mean, you're going to get it for like, I'm not going to do a 10-minute makeup
This is going
tutorial.
down the same road that I went on.
Oh.
Because I was doing characters and it was ruining the quality of my life. I was enjoying it. Also, I got to say, Cameo changed their notification system and I would miss them. And I hated that. The crushing feeling.
I felt so bad. I missed one the other day. And Poodle's
I can't
probably
disappoint
right.
people.
But yes, you can come in. Also, y'all, we've got something exciting happening this week. Be sure to look out for it on Thursday.
I don't ever know what it is.
Poodle, who are we interviewing?
Oh, that's... yes, we are excied to interview Miss Ross Matthews. Ms. Riz. Of Drag Race fame, of Ross the Intern, of Drew Barrymore's show.
I mean,
the hilarious Ross Matthews.
I'm going to try not to fan out and make a spectacle of myself, but I'm going to be very excited. I have to say, too,
wonder who's going to be the faggiest.
Oh, well,
I know.
That's a three-way toss-up. But, I don't necessarily like to say things like, this was because of us, or we created something. Although we have killed several older celebrities, which we now.
And I killed Spirit Airlines last week.
And you killed, you killed Spirit Airlines.
I did not mean to. That one was inadvertent.
You did.
I think it was Ailing, but I pushed her off the cliff.
Yeah, you pushed her
by
off
mentioning.
We also have.
Sorry if you're an employee.
It's true. We have said things like we have predicted years ago, and people scoffed at us that Mother Debbie would be on Single Life.
Yep.
And then we had her. I got to tell y'all, we've been for Gaily Dose. We've been wanting to do some interviews with people, and so, but we want to go big or go home, and so. About 3 months ago, we reached out to Ross Matthews because we wanted him to be our first guest on the Gaily Dose. And of course, no one from his team read it for about a month, probably. But then he followed us on Instagram. Then he liked some of our posts. And then suddenly, 3 weeks later, he's announced as the tell-all host. So I'm not saying you owe us a box of chocolates or flowers, Ross Matthews.
I don't want chocolates.
Because you eat them all in one sitting?
Maybe. That is actually the reason.
That is the reason. Flour or
even
vodka.
The ones I don't like.
I'm not saying Ross.
I'll eat the maple ones.
I love them. I'm not saying Ross has to get us a thank you gift. And I'm not saying it was because of us. But I just want to say you're welcome.
I'm saying now it's not because of us. But sure.
I'm just saying, we are trendsetters.
Sure. That's what people think of when they think of us.
You're welcome.
Just right on the cusp.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
I'm so excited. We have a great job. I am.
I am excited to talk about this with you.
Yes. These people are crazy.
I was excited. Yeah. Marissa, 45, from Bluebell, Pennsylvania. We've been told that is a suburb of Philly, I believe. And Edward from the DR. I did not get a city right
Punta
now.
Cana.
Was he from Punta Cana?
That's the place in the DR that I've been to. It's like
I know they met there.
Yes.
Okay, he's from Punta Cana.
Kind of northeast. It's much more. When she was talking about him being worried about him, like being uncomfortable in the city, which he'll be fine. I think New York City has the largest Dominican Republican or Dominican DR. Like there's such a huge community.
Dominicans,
there.
yeah.
Believe me, we know.
Yeah.
From when we've been to New York. But anyway, but it's like a smaller town.
Yeah.
It's sleepy.
Was it 29? I did not get his age.
I did not get his age, but you keep talking and I'm going to look.
Okay. So he's considerably younger than she is. So, this is, we called this before. This is Danielle, AKA Miserable Bitch, and Johan.
Yes.
I don't know if this guy's as hung as Johan was.
I don't know. Also,
She's a little more charming than Danielle.
It's also we also should not compare her with Miserable Bitch.
No. I'm just saying it's a similar situation.
It's similar.
He was on the entertainment team.
Yes.
The entertainment team, as was Johan.
32 years old.
Thank you. Now, for those of you uninitiated or haven't been to the DR, with these places, they have these younger men, almost exclusively, who cater to making sure the guests are happy. Hospitality. Like, they're literally hired to kind of flirt and it's happened several times that these women have fallen in love. Usually they're a little older.
Can I add? I also think of just from being there, because I was asked about it. I went like a year and a half ago for a cousin's wedding for my sister cousin's daughter.
Of course, your sister cousin.
So my sister cousin's daughter, who really is my, I guess, sister niece. But
the phrase "future niece-in-law" still echoes in my head. And I just said, how about my brother's, your nephew's fiance? And you're like, no, not future niece-in-law.
Well, but I was asking.
Sister niece.
Look, these people know, these Americans that go know what they're getting. Because like our resort, believe me, I wanted it. There were no young men from the DR trying to make us, it was like a family resort.
Yeah.
I think there are certain resorts that people go to knowing that there's going to be a little bit of that exchange.
Yeah, thanky pankies.
So I just say that because I think some people think the Americans don't expect this. Yeah, they do, y'all.
Yeah,
they do.
So she's on her way, and it's like all of a sudden, like it's Miranda Priestley coming into the.
It's like
all of a sudden, it's just like, oh, Miranda's here. Oh, get the champagne, get the charcuterie board. But she is the COO and executive VP of Kleinfeld Bridal, which is the brand on Say Yes to the Dress.
So I think what happened is, I bet they were filming the show and then just got to know her, and they're like, "Oh, you're perfect for 90 Day Fiance."
Possibly, yeah. That might have been. They probably share some casting.
Her little assistant Carlos is cute.
Oh, that little queen.
Ooh! I take him to Rimtown.
He would say, "You're old."
He would. He would.
She saes we have 20,000 brides a year, and she talks about Say Yes to the Dress, and she says, "I never get tired of hearing the bride say yes." This is an interesting take. It's a great angle for 90 Day Fiance. I love this. Yeah. Where it's saying, I see people get married all the time, but now it's my turn. I think it's a great angle. One question I have for you. Are her extensions too heavy? It doesn't really move.
Maybe.
It seems like it's a lot of hair.
And maybe she also feels like maybe sometimes people that get extensions that have really fine hair.
Is that it?
It looks dollish because it doesn't look, it looks too different than...
I think it's also that her face, she has kind of a narrow face. And the hair may be a little too big.
She needs a Charlize Theron cunty bob.
I think that
would look so cute on her.
Because the extensions are a little, why I say heavy is it feels like they're weighing her down.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she's a beautiful woman. I just think it's too much hair on her head. It looks like a wig.
It does look like a wig.
Anyway, well, this show, we're really good at wigs in this show.
Well,
woo! We just came off a very wig-heavy season.
We did. They should have gotten a sponsor.
Wig-heavy.
They really should have.
90 Day Fiance is sponsored by Shineheart Wigs.
Vivica A. Fox.
That was the 30 Rock joke. You made your way through most of 30 Rock, haven't you?
No, not most of it. No. Okay. I was doing good, and then I got distracted. But it's funny.
One of the funniest bits about it is that NBC was owned by something in like the microwave company, and then at the very top of it was Shineheart Wigs.
I haven't seen the new Tracy Jordan show with Daniel Radcliffe. I've heard it's funny. I haven't watched
I haven't seen it. Moving on. So I just want to ask about her hair because I think people are going to talk about it. Just like I really want to ask you about your thoughts on Catie's lipstick.
Oh.
It sticks me. It just sticks me like a pin.
She's
that
too
lipstick.
pale.
It's just
she's too pale.
That shade doesn't belong on her
it's
skin.
Too cool for her skin. She needs a warm because she really has a coloring of a redhead, even though she's not.
And she smears it the fuck on.
Yeah.
It was
she wants her
driving me.
lips to look good, so everybody makes out with her for 4 minutes.
It was driving me crazy. We will talk about it. Y'all, we got a lot to say about Catie. So she says, even though I work in bridal, my love life isn't a fairy tale because she was married for 6 years before she got her divorce.
She has 2 boys.
Now, the interesting thing here is, I don't know if she was married before, but she married quite late, it seems like.
Well, maybe they were together for a while and then just finally got married.
Possibly.
Because the guy, we see him later, he's really fucking hot.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah. But it seems like
to have a bit of a temper.
but he's the father of the 2 boys. So that are, like they look like they're tweens. So they were probably together for a long time.
Yeah. Man, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little tired of, she's like single mom of 2 boys and a high-powered career with lots of stress.
Mm-hmm.
She mentions that like 4 times. So
single mom who works 2 jobs.
By the 3rd time, I was kind of like, oh, you kind of taking this as your entire personality. Anyway, but she says, it was hard to find love until I took a trip to the DR with a bunch of girls and I met Edward. She loves his lips, his looks, and she loves his butt.
She does. He's cute. He's a handsome guy.
He's cute.
He's very charming.
I
too,
actually really like him. And he doesn't have that same. There was someone else that was the night of UK where there was a woman. Remember the woman who got married was in the DR with that really young guy who was so squirrely.
I don't have that with them. Yeah.
No, I don't either. I'm just saying.
I actually feel like
this guy,
they were the ones that I could see the most love connection of all the couples.
Totally. I do agree with you. I think I have more issues with her saying things like, Edward doesn't have problems. I have son problems and child problems, and he complains about guests. And I'm thinking, but that's his life. He lives a simpler life than you do.
It's a little yeah. I mean, but we know this. We've said this. We've had they don't really do it as much anymore, but we've had friends basically say to our face, they can't do stuff because their life is more involved because they have children and we don't.
Yeah, but I'm saying they don't.
I'm not using that to defend her. I'm saying that's you and I see it as a bit problematic or insensitive of our experience and other people's experience. I'm just relaying the point that I think a lot of people with kids don't even realize when they say that shit how not entitled, but how unempathetic they sound.
I'm not saying that she says that. I'm saying she's like, he doesn't have problems.
Yeah,
I think
so dismissive.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
That's not a good look, honey. Especially if you're going to try to be a character who people root for. Yeah, it's just feels a little dismissive and talking down. And I wonder if he's going to be like that when he gets there. That's what I'm worried about.
It almost made me wonder, though, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But it felt a little like them, because she said the single mom work, she said it so much.
Yeah.
It felt like it was a little producer initiated to me.
Possibly.
Do they actually not have really, again,
that's a good point.
It's not going to be a big deal for him to, I mean, yes, it's going to be different, but to move to New York, he's going to be able to find community, to find his culture.
I hate when we have to have these conversations because if it's easy, it should just be easy.
I know.
You've got enough shit in this cast.
Yes.
You got plenty of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a good point, and I
but
hope
you
that's
bring up
not
a good
the
point too.
case.
It's really fucking and maybe she'll turn out to be a very much my life's way more important, and you need to do what I say and be a nightmare.
That's what the storytelling is telling us.
So we'll see.
So she's like, we had an instant connection, but I didn't see it going anywhere, which is an interesting detour for a 90-day show.
Yeah.
Usually it's about the fairy tale where we fell in love instantly and it was only distance that separated us.
That's true.
So she went, yeah, we kind of like fucked around, and I went back and I'm like, well, that was a fun little dollop that I had there. Had some nice Dominican dick. Well, now I'm going back to life in the big city. And then because she wanted more dick when she was in the DR again.
Well, can we blame her for that?
I can't. But that's not a 90-Day Fiance story. That's what I'm saying.
True. Yeah, that's true.
So she says basically the equivalent of "you up" to him. So, which means she had his phone number saved while he did not.
Yeah, he lost her number.
Right.
That tells you something.
I'm just saying the perfect 90-Day Fiance story, the way they set these up, this is not that. So it's going to be interesting to which I don't think they all have to be, but they really do lean heavily in this show on the origins and how things are magic and how love starts and how you can't stop love.
Mm.
That's the engine. That's the engine that drives the show.
Yeah.
So I take a little question with this. So she called him again or texted him, and he's like, "Oh my God!"
He's like, "I've been looking for you everywhere. I lost your number, your P.O. box,
I couldn't
everything.
contact you.
I was trying.
I've been looking for you everywhere. I didn't know your last name. I've tried every social
Tried
media
everything.
app.
I was looking at blonde women in New York, and I couldn't find you."
I looked at every bridal website. It's just kind of like, it's like, but ever since then we had a date and it's been a solid relationship. I was like, we got here fast, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would have less of a problem if she didn't treat it still like a fairy tale. Because she's like, I'm going to have my bridal thing and blah, blah, blah. And
well, she kind of said though she wasn't it was the people around her that said,
I got you.
Be a bride. I will say the dress she said yes to, I thought was gorgeous. I loved that dress. Of course,
it's going to be great.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
So she's
you know how expensive that dress was.
Oh God, I can't even imagine. They've been long distance for 2 years, and she's been down there every 6 to 8 weeks, which is, I gotta say, now I wonder if when they're down there, are they kind of in vacation mode?
I don't know. How
and
long
not
is
talking
the
about anything.
Flight from New York City to
it's probably like
Punta
3 hours, 3-4 hours.
Yeah, I probably think something like that. It took me a whole fucking day to get there.
Well, yeah.
Los Angeles is far.
It's very far.
It's very far.
Every time I fly, I'm just like, God, it's too far where I live.
That's the only thing about living on the East Coast with that horrible weather. It's like you can just be in London in 5 hours.
I just wish there wasn't so much in the middle of the fucking country.
I know.
Just take out Nebraska, take out Kansas, and push the sides together.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It's 4 hours.
We got enough corn. Sorry, Kansas and Nebraska sissies. Wow. I wish you to be thrown away.
I mean, I guess maybe New York sissies are irked by flying to Japan, but it's very different.
It's different.
Anyway,
where were we?
Yes.
So, yeah, he proposed with rose petals. Sorry, he purposed.
He purposed her.
Mm-hmm. And do I get done on 1D? And he's like, well, I don't want to tell you to do it. It's already over. It's fine. I got to say, that's realistic and that I enjoy.
So kind of going off of what you said, it is, that's what's something that's kind of interesting to me about this is that because if we're talking about miserable bitch and Johan, they did make that seem like it was magic. Yep. They met and she totally went to a Sankey Panky hotel and just gave him money because he had a huge dick.
Yeah.
That sounds crude and gross, but that's exactly what it was. And then we plant a banana or a fucking coconut under
a banana tree. We're planting a banana tree.
I do miss
Have
that.
Have you heard of polyamory?
I think that might be my favorite theme song. Somebody asked that the other day on a call us. But so I'm interested in this storyline because it feels like maybe that maybe, I don't know, maybe the messiness is going to come from obviously her life,
it's the ex-husband
probably not his.
Too.
Well, and also I think the messiness is going to come from, y'all, she's loaded.
Yeah,
she makes a lot of fucking money. Yeah. She flies to the DR every 6 weeks. So they're going to be like, and has 2 homes, I think they said, right?
Yeah, an apartment in the city. I don't think she's ready for her life to change. That's also what it sounds like.
But now that you think the ex-husband isn't going to care about what his kids are going to get and that kind of shit?
It's that, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit where they're talking about she's like, and it's his first time on a plane. And he also wants to get an adult circumcision to fit in with everybody. Mm-hmm. He's like, I can understand in the locker room. And I wonder if she's said anything because my question is, and maybe he's done some Googling. About
maybe he seems like a smart guy,
but she's like, maybe it's more culturally appropriate, and she's like, I'm definitely happy he did it, but it feels like she must have said something, almost like, oh, you're not circumcised. Most men in America are.
I kind of feel sorry for him because sex isn't going to feel as good. You are sensitive.
Well, it's a different sensitivity.
It is a difference.
I mean, I don't know because
we don't know.
Yeah,
because we didn't have a choice over our bodies.
No, I don't think any baby does.
Yeah, they didn't care.
No,
just chop my little weenie off.
No.
Anyway,
so, but you know, he had.
By the way, I want to preface this because I think I remember it going wrong. If you would like to talk about this show and our podcast on the Sissy Squad, that's our Facebook group, our private Facebook group, we would love to have you. We are not going to allow a circumcision post because that went awry years ago. It's like puppies and circumcision.
Yep.
Can't post about it because people are going to, because people ruined it. So sorry.
Breastfeeding too.
Don't post. Sorry. I just needed to say that.
Y'all can't have banners. That's the problem. You can't yell at someone.
So the problem is any circumcision post is cut.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there. Gets snipped. But it seems like his stitches fell and it ripped open his penis and he had to get it restitched.
God.
I went,
ugh. That sounds painful.
And
you know what? I'm pretty sure my father had an adult circumcision. You know what? I'm going to text
really?
I'm going to text my mother right now.
Why? I would think it would be the convention in Oklahoma at the time.
I don't know.
That means your uncle aren't circumcised?
I don't know. I've never seen their dicks, thankfully. That would be problematic if I have.
That's a strange question.
That was a strange question for you to ask.
I think I saw one of my uncle's penises once. You know, this is a weird area.
Okay, I don't know.
Let's get out of it. But leave it in, Christina.
Maybe it was just a vasectomy. I mean, I know he had a vasectomy.
That's different. That's very different.
But I feel like my dad did have an adult circumcision.
This is, again, I'm uncomfortable talking about, I'm uncomfortable theorizing about your father's circumcision. Well, he's
dead, so.
Allegedly.
And then it didn't matter anyway. He ended up it worked fine. He got the penis pump and he just pump up a ball.
Again.
And he could leave them dripping on the table, Matthew.
Wow.
That's what he would say.
As I was saying, The doctor gave him the green light and they're going to test it out right away. And she's like, first I wanted to get married right away, but now I think I'm going to take the entire 90 days. This is another thing where I'm just like, remember, y'all, it's not about taking the 90 days. The person is coming over here because you already know you're going to marry them.
That's when she said that. That's when I a little bit had, this feels like they don't have a lot of problems and they're creating stuff.
Maybe. But
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Why would you say it?
Because this woman, she's used to TV. They're say yes to the dress.
Is it just to do PR for the show? I mean, that's the thing.
Yes.
And also,
Did Say Yes to the Dress get canceled? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Sissies are screaming right now because I know a lot of you watch that show.
So then she says, the employees are basically like, she's living a fairy tale. When's real life gonna hit? I just love it. They're reading their boss.
Oh yeah. Well, have you not watched Say Yes to the Dress? They're all just like, I
don't watch the show.
Oh, yeah. It's still new. Actually, it had a 2-year hiatus, but it started back in 2025.
I don't want to watch people be happy about a dress.
Oh, no. I will say, you do get sucked into it on a marathon because, they have bridezillas. They have these horrible brides.
That's
and they
different.
Have to deal with them, and it's great.
I love watching terrible people.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she said, that's when she's talking about, I have real problems, work problems, kid problems. And he tells me about his problems. I'm just like, this is not nice.
You don't say that about somebody
also, why don't you don't want to hear about his life? What do you, it's kind of like, I'm a high stress career woman, busy mom of 2. And what kind of problems do you have?
There's both. I remember sometimes with my ex, he would say his problems and I'm like, okay, well, my dad's dying right now. I think there's perspective, but I never said that to other people.
You don't say that. You don't say to him.
Because I looked at, it's my job to validate your experience.
You validate people who you're in relationships with.
Not validate it. Actually, you can reflect someone's experience.
Yeah.
Reflect it. You don't even have to affirm it, but you could, yeah. But she's not doing any of that.
But validating doesn't mean you have to agree with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All you can just say, that sounds like a tough day.
Yeah.
That goes a long fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just, that would piss me off, I feel like. And then she said, I think it's really cute he doesn't have any experience outside of his country. Then we're getting into...
I didn't like that.
Then we're getting into... It's so cute how his English is kind of broken.
Island boys coming to the big city.
Exactly.
I didn't love that.
It's just... That's why I'm saying... That's why I told you earlier. I was like, she turns me off.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think she's going to get the good edit she thinks she is. I'll say that now.
Yeah. You know what I need more of? Dorothy.
Is that her name?
Dorothy. Yes.
Dorothy.
She's like
saying that like Aunt M.
Because they were talking about she's like, when you saw it, because with her
she
Brooklyn,
did say saw it.
Saw it. And she's like, I'm from Brooklyn. I know scammers. Oh.
I don't get this. This guy's a scammer, or maybe he's just really good at it.
No, I just want more. Not Dorothy, Dorothy. With her silver hair pulled back so tight. I need to know this woman's story. I bet she has 5 cats.
For sure. And 3 ex-husbands. So there, he's calling her, and her biggest concern, she says, is culture shock, and he's Googling what he needs to do on a plane. And she's like, it's cute. He doesn't have the experience outside of his country. And I went, that's going to get old real quick for you as a 45-year-old woman.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You're going to get annoyed with him real fast. You're a COO and you're used to having things a certain way with people who work under you. You're going to start probably, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, you will start to get bossy with him, like behaving like a boss.
Mm-hmm.
And so
boss bitch.
Yeah, I can already see it happening. Actually, the biggest. So he's talking about, how's your penis? How's your penis? He's like, my doctor saw me. We were talking about it in the street.
He said, people probably thought we were gay. But he's more concerned about Michael, and that's where you see the picture. God, Oof.
Now, this is the problem. And this is my biggest issue with this woman. This man, Edward, should not be dealing with anxiety over how he is going. Now, he should be worried about it and be thinking about it. But he is extremely worried because it seems like this woman has said, yeah, Michael has a problem. You know, he's worried. And then she pulls this bullshit of, she said, you know, any man who has boys but it's going to think weird when another man comes in. What about a girl? What about it's a weird thing to say.
We get triggered by gender talk because but
a dad who has boys is going to feel threatened when a new man comes into life.
I've heard other people say that, and I hate it too. It's just a very common thing to say.
I haven't heard a woman say it.
Oh, I have. I've had friends that are like, well, I have a boyfriend. I don't know. They worry about, again, think about it. It's where we come from. Like, women are taking care of men's feelings all the time.
Yeah, I get it.
So it comes.
I still don't like it. Ugh.
No, I hate it. But I think that's where a lot of it comes from. It's like, who fucking gives a shit? If you feel like the person you're dating is trustworthy and a good person, that should be enough. Fuck your ex-husband.
Wonder if she has a hashtag boy mom.
You divorced him.
So they are now co-parenting.
You know what? One of my friends just bought a boy dad hat, and he bought it because he's fucking a lot of like 20-year-olds and he's a daddy. And I kind of appreciated it. Instead of getting grossed out, I'm glad that he took a boy dad hat and sullied it with gay daddy son drama.
Clarify, he does not have a boy child.
No.
Okay.
No, but
he's a daddy.
They call him daddy and he calls them son.
That is funny.
That I thought that was, I said, good for you.
You needed to clarify that he does not actually have a son, though.
No, he does not have no. He's a very single gay man who fucks 25-year-olds.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
That's fine.
So she says Edward brings up he's protective with the kids, and I get that, but I hope he doesn't think I'm going to try to steal the love of the kids. And I went, it's nice that he's already thinking about this situation, but this is not his job.
Yeah, agreed.
She says there's still animosity, and that's why I haven't brought a man into the parenting relationship before. And then she says, I asked Edward not to respond if Michael comes in with aggression because it's never going to make the situation better. Yes, but that's your job. That's your job to establish boundaries with your ex-husband.
You can say, don't be aggressive with him because that's not for you to handle. I will handle it.
Exactly.
I don't know if she added that piece.
And then she says, I've said this to him so many times. We listen to me. So basically because she doesn't, the responsibility is here because she doesn't want to deal with her ex-husband's feelings. She's going to try to make nothing really happen and have a conversation. What they're doing is they're ignoring feelings. So everyone doesn't have to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I want to have a conversation. And she's like, I'm worried my ex is going to get territorial and possessive and it might be hard to repair. Well, if you talk about it ahead of time and set what you both expect out of it, what's the problem?
That part.
It's just...
But that doesn't make interesting TV. I get it.
It just seems to be completely irresponsible for her now to try to control her new fiance's behavior is easier than controlling her ex-husband's.
Well, and maybe that's the reason they got divorced.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just... when someone's coming in, it's hard enough coming into a relationship when you're having to deal with an ex, and obviously she doesn't want really to deal with it. That's the idea of he's gonna be aggressive. So we're already acknowledging this guy's behavior. That's the other issue with it. Yeah. We're acknowledging it and just knowing it's going to happen, and we're expecting it. Yeah, and we're not saying it's not okay.
Yeah, like I said,
but I guess because she's got
a lot of
sons,
taking care of men's feelings, and I'm like, ugh. Yeah.
I just think that's a bad way for them to start off their relationship. Mm-hmm. Him worried about pissing off her ex.
I think it's going to end up being fine. I think they're going to end up getting married and they're going to be happy.
I think it's all called manufactured.
A little bit, yeah. I do.
Let's move on to Catie, spelled with a C, which is fine. You don't see it that often.
You don't see it with a C that often.
I guess from Catherine with a C.
I guess.
Like Wuthering Heights. I watched Wuthering Heights.
Oh, you finally watched it.
I can give you my full report.
Well, fine. I guess we're going to have an improv to Wuthering Heights corner.
It's an improv Wuthering Heights corner.
Oh, God.
This film is beautiful to watch. It's gorgeous. The colors, very pretty people. It is not an adaptation of Wuthering Heights. It is kind of like if Emerald Fennell was masturbating to Heathcliff in her room as a 13-year-old after just reading it, and she dreamcast the way she wanted Wuthering Heights to be. Which is fine with me. Which is fine.
That's kind of what the reviews said. I remember one review asking, "Did she read the book?"
There's a lot of things that are same, but it's almost like she idealized it in some way, which I'm fine with. And also, the way the book title is it's in quotes. People really had a problem with the adaptation, but I didn't at all. I just said it's going to kind of be the story, and I loved it.
Well,
I absolutely
the trailers
loved
didn't
it.
Advertise it as such. It's kind of like an idealization that they kind of advertise it as like a telling of that story.
That was the little problem.
So that's kind of a failure of marketing.
I agree
on their part, and
I absolutely loved it.
Well, great.
Yeah, beautiful clothes.
Still not going to watch it.
There was so much brooding from Jacob Elordi. Yeah.
Weren't they just fucking a lot?
Yeah, a lot of fucking.
Well,
yeah,
great.
And the actress who played Isabella, oh my God, she was amazing. It's on HBO right now, y'all. So or whatever it is, HBO Now or Max or
it's called
whatever.
HBO. It's called Home Box Office. That's what we're calling it.
The Homo Box Office.
The Homo Box Office.
It's a fun watch. If you just throw away that it's going to be a deliberate, and then if you want to go back and watch another BBC remake of Wuthering Heights, if you want.
Was it like a lot of because with Salt Lick, she did a lot of
Saltburn.
What?
Saltburn.
That's what I said. When she did a lot of, it was a bit of shock value to it. Did this have this in the film?
Not
or no?
as much. There was no cum eating.
Okay.
Out of a bathtub.
Could be appropriate for Wuthering Heights.
It felt like she wanted to take something with two people she likes and two actors she really likes, and she said, "We're going to have fun with this, and I'm going to make something that is pulpy, and I'm going to Wuthering Heights up. I'm going to wuther it up."
Well, maybe next thing she needs to make is like something gay, like Heated Rivalry.
Oh God. Whew, don't touch my Heated Rivalry.
That took you somewhere. Thinking of Emerald Fennell doing Heated Rivalry, it's too much for your brain to process.
It is.
Let's move on, y'all. So Catie, 26 from Portland, and
I didn't get Josh's age.
Well, shit, I didn't either. I guess we're going to have to Google it. Hold on.
He is from Cambridge, or she says Cambridge, England.
Yes. He is. I'm glad he cut his hair.
My first thought is, like I've mentioned before,
he is 30. She's 26 and he's 30.
So my first thought when I saw her is, what is that lipstick? And it's just a bad shade for her.
It's not great.
Yeah. I think you have to have a specific tone to wear that kind of reddy orangey melony.
Again, it's her skin. I can't wear that. I'm too much of a cool undertone.
Or a woman who looks like her.
But with the same undertone, it doesn't have to be man, woman, anybody, but it's that my undertone doesn't work. Neither does her.
Okay. She's been traveling around the world the last 3 years, living a carefree nomadic lifestyle like Alex from Love is Blind.
Yes.
Very nomadically.
She had a hoe phase, she said, but she's coming back to Portland to settle down.
I'm going to think that hoe phase isn't over. Here's the reason. We'll find out OCD is this issue that I completely believe she has it. She exhibits some of this symptoms.
We should specify, like, not y'all, not you, when you like are working on a project. You're like, sorry, I have OCD about this. We mean like she has actual diagnosis,
yep,
like intrusive thoughts, like it's a hindrance on her life. Yes, true OCD.
Yeah, and I think this is. And I also want to say that there are ways to get help for OCD.
There are,
like
yeah.
CBT, even exposure therapy.
Actually, exposure therapy usually
really
is considered
well.
the best. That and then
And with also medication.
If I remember correctly from school, like SSRIs can decrease symptoms up to like 40%.
Yes.
Basically what the SSRIs do, if I remember, godly, I can't like putting on my old therapy. It basically
serotonin receptors.
Well, but the way I remember clients describe it is that it's the intrusive thoughts are still there, but they become background noise rather than emergency. And so it makes me wonder.
You're the same way I am.
Of her symptoms, I'm like, are you on medication? Are you managing your? Because it feels like everything is immediate for you right now. And I feel sorry for. I mean, that's a horrible way to live, and for people around you, that's a horrible experience for them to see you.
I agree. I feel sorry for her too. What happens here is there's no responsibility for dragging someone else into a relationship with you where you can't stop making out with strangers.
Well, and it's interesting too because, but
I've tried to use that excuse too.
Well, you have. I actually wonder, looking at her story, what I'm more, so there is a correlation. There's not I don't have a ton of data. I actually kind of looked it up a little bit to refresh myself before we potted today. Because I was like, I feel like I remember there is a correlation sometimes with OCD and addiction. And there is.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
My biggest concern for her is her drinking. I feel like she possibly is an alcoholic. And because she said,
I said that later on. I wrote that down too. Yeah.
She said, I'm making out with people when I drink. And I thought, then if we're not drinking, then you're able to manage your thoughts better. That's kind of what my thought. She talks about drinking a lot.
Yes. The interesting thing, she's like, every time I drink, my brain has another plan. So I feel like it's going to be a hard thing to give up. And I went, maybe you go see your friends in a park and not a bar.
Yeah. Way in therapy, clinicians, sissies, that, because again, I graduated from school 10 years ago. I've been telling dick jokes for 7 years. I haven't done actual therapy in a while. So things change. And so I'd love to hear your perspectives.
But I wrote that down too. I'm like, maybe this is an addiction issue.
Yeah. That was what was more concerning to me.
And the first frame was her drinking on a plane.
She's drinking on a plane. She's talking about other people. She's telling stories about how she was so drunk. It just reminds me of just friends I know that ended up recognizing they have alcoholism.
And most of the time she says, it's because OCD I do this, or because this I do.
Or intrusive thought, because that's a correlation. Yep. Sometimes intrusive thoughts can tell you need to have a drink and you need to drink more.
So she's been traveling around the world as a pet sitter, and she got her rent for free.
Okay. Why didn't I do shit like this when I was in my 20s? This is what I wish I would.
I'd be afraid a pet would die. What would I do then?
Yes, but I wish I was so just, if I had kids, I'd be like, go to fucking Europe. Just do all the shit. Make no money. Live off nothing. You'll be fine.
So she met Josh, a stereotypical British man that she kind of keeps saying. I actually know some a lot of Brits are reserved. I know some really unreserved British people at the same time. So I don't think you can chalk all that up to him just being British.
No.
But she says he doesn't judge me on my OCD and he understands my quirks. I'm going to do this next as a monologue without breathing a lot.
Okay, please.
So we met when I was pet sitting and I swiped Dave on Tinder, and then Dave invited me to hang out with his friends, and me and Dave went on a little date, and we had some tequila shots, and then we made out, and then I met some of his friends, including Josh, and then Dave got kicked out of the bar, and I tried to make out with his best friend, but he had a girlfriend, and then I asked Josh to make out. He said no, and so I just made out with like at least two of my, you just made out with just at least two of my friends. I love this video. I have this video of me being drunk in a bathroom. The bar closes, and there was this guy being creepy outside, and I asked Josh to walk me home, and then we just made out passionately on a bench, and then he said I had to go pee, and then I like sprinted home because I was embarrassed, and I left him peeing in a bush, and that's how I met my fiance.
I mean, if that story doesn't sound like an alcoholic, I don't know what does.
No. And it's also, I wonder if she's medicated at all. Or she's under a doctor's care or something for this. And she's been to therapy.
They don't completely. Yeah, she was diagnosed young. They don't medicines and things like don't completely erase symptoms, but
you can manage.
I feel like a therapist and exposure therapy, they would have figured out by now. Hey, but she's been gone for 3 years. She's been traveling in Europe or all over. So has she been seeing a doctor's care?
No, probably not.
Has she had access to medications? Probably not.
Here's the issue, though. I would say, girl, live your life. Live your fucking life. Do whatever you want to unmedicated. Drink all you want. You have a fiance now. And you are irresponsible.
Well, kettle black or game recognizes game. You know,
I know.
You know that you can't be with someone and make out with other people.
Unless you're in the other room.
Yeah, okay.
Catie, I would highly suggest finding bars that are subdivided so the other person can't see you.
A dark room, maybe.
A dark room, a dance floor versus a bar situation.
It's a little
in a separate room.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And also,
amateur hour.
Catie, don't be honest and tell him about it.
Oh, no. Lie your face off.
That's what a poodle does. This is
deny.
It's one of those things on 90 Day Fiance where, because yes, we are not coming at her, but just kind of describing her behavior. And also, this person doesn't need to be on reality TV.
Absolutely not.
And it does feel
absolutely not.
It does feel exhibitionist that we are watching her, go through her own mental struggles. But we're here, so we got to talk about it.
It's the Lisa principle.
It is. It's the Lisa principle. Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So she asked him
a fiance, and he's 21 years younger.
I got cursed by Nigerian priest.
My vagina perfectly fits.
It's not the last we're going to see of her.
I'm telling you.
Promise you.
No.
So he went to Milan and he says yes. And we had sex a bunch. This is the thing. She's very open about sexuality. I wonder, this is the other thing. Hypersexual, impulsive, as she says. And I said this before when we were hearing about her. This is undiagnosed mental illness. It's like or addiction. It's like this person's not regulated. It's like what they said, as I've said before, that's Zelda Fitzgerald. She was just impulsive. She's a real broad. She's tried to slash her throat 3 times tonight, but she's wild. She's not mentally ill. Oh, that Joan of Arc. She's just impulsive. She sees visions, well.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes it's just mental illness. Anyway, so she says.
Because she talks about him not talking about anal on the subway, but she would. And then Poodle, where did he purpose her?
Turkey. Turkey.
She got prepared to turkey. Turkey. And so...
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
These run clubs
Yeah.
where you're sweaty.
Yeah.
You just go to a bar and you're
They
all
do.
sweaty after?
Yeah. That welcome to Portland. I think they do it in LA too, but I will say...
I think that is gross.
I think it's gross too, but it's one thing I've noticed about Portland. I've been there a lot. It's a fun city, except for the gray weather. But community's a big deal in Portland.
Yeah.
And so I imagine like when you're 26, going out and drinking is just, that's what there's, I think the most breweries per capita in the city. Brewers. So maybe to like not drinking would be not hanging out with her friends and things like that.
No, I totally get it. 26, it's, no, I'm just going to say, I don't want to smell just like someone's sweat next to me.
I agree. I don't want, but also
maybe people just do that. I don't know.
Maybe young people don't smell as much as us because we're old now when we work out. And we just stink.
I'm soaked when
you
I
smell
come
like
off
a
of my
bag of
Peloton.
onions after a live show. It's a lot.
I smell. I'm just seeing just a big bag of onions with like skins falling off of them.
Well, because you wear those cheap clothes for a live show that don't breathe.
Yeah, they don't.
You're like in that little metal thing.
You don't
that
give me a
people
complex.
That people used to go in the 30s and 40s. Remember those metal things up to their neck and they would just sweat?
Yeah, that's exactly what my clothes are.
That's what your Shine clothing does.
I have bought new clothing that is breathable for this fall tour.
You have. I'm grateful. Remember when the shirt in Ohio just started disintegrating?
Yeah. It's only $11.
That's the point.
Tiny fingers for good craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Where were we? I'm out with fast fashion. I'm done. So they went to Mexico for a friend's wedding, and of course they partied too hard because she can't stop drinking. And she later on, they proposed in Turkey. You already said this, and she said he's one of the few people in my life who gets me, and I'm worried because my OCD causes me to make some bad decisions, and I'm afraid I could end our relationship. And the friend, did you get a name for this friend? I did not.
I did not either.
But the friend goes, have you been kissing people when you're drunk again? And she's like, well, I have intrusive thoughts. And when I get drunk, I want to make out with everyone, especially when I'm in a happy mood or when I'm in an insecure bad mood. So only when she's middle of the road does she not want to make out with friends or strangers.
When she's feeling manic, she wants to make out with people.
Dead
I'm not
on.
saying she's manic, but that is what it
Dead
is.
on.
And then
when she's feeling feelings.
And
when
this
she's
is
feeling
actually,
feelings.
It sounds crazy, y'all, but this is actually showing how OCD can ruin your life.
Mm-hmm.
Because the friend says, I was there with you when you made out with this stranger and your last relationship ended.
The friend's face is so concerned.
They're all just like, I don't want this to happen to you anymore.
He's like, because Josh is a great guy.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's been more frequent lately because of her stress. And she keeps saying, I just want to feel wanted. And I went, you need to be in fucking therapy. This is ridiculous.
She does.
You don't need to have a whole fucking fiance out here. You need to at least stop drinking for a while. And if you can.
Yeah.
And focus on you getting better. You getting better from your OCD. And it's not something that you're going to get cured. But with medication, therapy, exposure, you can find better ways to manage it better.
Yeah.
It's incredible that it's this because OCD or because it seems like no responsibility.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely, I'm just aghast that she's throwing this guy into this tornado.
But we don't, and he knows, at this point, I think he knows what he's getting into.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So she's at her storage unit with her.
That's one thing. She's been open about everything.
Yeah, that's true. She's at her storage unit with her twin mattress. I've got to say that would be a deal breaker.
Well, we've talked about your kicking.
That'd be a deal breaker for me, and sleeping in a twin bed.
Yeah, I don't think I've slept in a bed with a man in a twin bed since high school.
Sounds like, I assume these were boys who were friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were out and drinking, my friend. The one you met, the one that came to visit us.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the one that never came out and he was really Christian and then he became Orthodox Jewish and then he became Christian again. And remember when he came to see us and I woke up in the middle of the night and he was masturbating in my bed?
Uh-huh.
That guy. I don't think he's out still.
Okay.
High school love.
She's
collecting I just things made a connection to codependency. I really just telling that story of how much I loved him and still do. A part of me, it really connected some. Hold on, let me just. I gotta open my
where's
therapy
your coda
note.
meeting?
Right? Go over my therapy note.
I'm gonna drag the show down.
Please.
Oh, so anyway, she's in her storage unit with her beans and her keyboard and her olive oil, and he's flying there tomorrow. The little complication, ain't got no apartment.
You don't have an apartment, and she's like, I would just sleep in my car for a few days. That's fine with me, but I think he wants to be more comfortable.
This woman's going to drive me insane this season. This is going to really frustrate me.
She's not ready to be an adult at all. I really hope we get to meet her parents.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of the story.
I need to know like what her familial life is like.
Yep.
You know, that, I mean, luckily you find out later she does end up finding a place that she's seen sight unseen. So, but yeah, she said she hasn't been able to book, which tells me again, she's not in active therapy. That she's like, I can't even do big things right now, big picture, because of the intrusive thoughts, and I get caught up on the details.
Here's the other thing. When OCD does become the explanation for everything, you seem to feel powerless and in the backseat.
Yeah, I would be interested to I actually would love to do a bit of narrative therapy with her, because this is a case to me where, probably because it's kind of like Forrest and his autism. And I wonder, like, when she was young, she took on this identity that my identity is I have OCD.
That's exactly
what
I'm
I would
saying.
love to like tease out, like, when does OCD become in the driver's seat, and versus what would you do in the driver's seat? And like kind of just externalize that for her, because it's such a part of her identity. I
totally believe she's diagnosed, totally believe she has it. But there is what she's allowing to happen is she's not participating.
It's writing the narrative of her life. OCD is.
Yeah. I mean, basically, this woman barely got time to find an apartment. They would have been staying in a hotel or staying on someone's floor.
Yeah.
With your new fiance.
Yeah.
It's crazy. She's talking about OCD makes it double checking the stove. These are things we've heard are classic, OCD symptoms. Checking her. I've never heard checking her teeth to make sure they're not chipped. Interesting.
I mean,
why not?
I mean, what? It doesn't make sense to us. And
it doesn't.
The point. It just doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's like, I hope he's not mad about the apartment. I did try. I hope he sees that. And that's the thing. It's debilitating for her. And you can tell she isn't happy about it. And I can tell for her, this is her best.
Yeah.
We're seeing it.
Yeah. That's a good, I'm not coming at her and saying she's not,
either.
and you aren't either, that she's failing and not doing enough.
No.
I think this is her best with what she's had to work with, but she needs support.
Yeah.
And not from Josh. She needs support from professionals.
Yeah. And I think the things that she's saying, like about people's, I think maybe sometimes I'm lazy or I'm procrastinating. These are things that she's internalized from what either her parents or authority figures have said to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she even says that he's like, at first he was understanding, go to therapy and stuff, but now it feels like he's disappointed. And I wonder now if he feels like he has to live with my chaos 24/7 when I tell him we're homeless when he gets out of the plane. And you can hear, these are all these things that she's taken on that people have said, and she's made it part of herself.
Because she knows, that's the thing about OCD. You can't stop these thoughts.
Yeah.
So, and you can't stop then the behavior of the thoughts. And so, but then you go into this huge shame spiral.
Right.
And you feel like a bad person. And again, she feels like she's a bad person, or she's a piece of shit, or she's a loser, because again, the identity is tied with OCD.
Yeah. Let's move on to cake pops. Okay.
I'm Senator, I yield the floor.
Was she making these with her hands?
Yes.
I don't know how cake pops are made. I feel like there was supposed to be some kind of mold. Maybe I'm wrong.
We should ask our baker friend, Southpaw Sweets.
I did not know she was grabbing cake batter and in her filthy hands.
Well, she could have washed them.
And she was making the shapes. I felt like there were a mold. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, let me ask.
I'm sure we'll have people, but
baker sissies, come at us.
I will say this: cake pops are dry. I've never had a cake pop that was moist.
I've had a couple from the Starbucks that are not bad.
Starbucks cake pops? What the fuck?
They're not bad, actually. You absolutely
They're
make
dry.
Cake. AI says yes. You absolutely, literally, it says you absolutely make cake pops from molds. Absolutely.
Okay. So AI is calling her strange. Okay.
Because I think what you do with cake pops is you
put them in a mold.
You put them in a mold. There's a half and a half of a sphere.
Yes, that's what
and
I
then
assumed.
You put the spheres together.
I've never
because
seen
usually
anyone
there's something inside of them.
roll a ball. I feel like the cake would be so dense and the crumb would be so tight.
I just think it's too much work for cake. Just make a regular cake. That's
Totally
what anybody
agree.
wants. Just cut. If you want just a little piece, then just cut yourself a small piece of cake.
Someone's going to say, well, I make cake pops and they're not dry at all.
They are. And ship them to us. RealityGays P.O. Box.
I'm not paying for them.
Okay.
I avoid cake pops.
So if you had a dozen cake pops sitting in your apartment, you wouldn't eat any of them.
If they're here, I'm going to eat them. I don't also trust the shelf life of them. How long have those things been sitting there?
I don't know.
They're already stale and gross.
Okay.
We need to move on because I'm not going to be able to move past this. So I'm going to need you.
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard for you. It's cake. It's something that means a lot to you. It's like I have Wonder Woman, you have cake.
And the colors were gross.
Well,
They didn't really look like red and blue.
no.
We wonder why the American flag is backwards.
But she had balloons and she had nice
It's
stuff
fine.
for him.
And also Uncle Sam hat, who she said he's like an icon or a made up person.
Very true.
It's true. Yeah.
I have the same Uncle Sam hat. I wear that.
That is the one that we pair with Aunt Samantha.
Yes, when I dress up as Uncle Sam.
Gotta get
and
another one of those costumes.
You ruin it.
They always seem to break.
You ruin them every time we go on tour because you bend and do things, and then those are the ones that people have seen your monkey brains in.
I can barely fit into it.
Yeah.
That costume is never going away.
When I try
You
to
will
buy,
always see Aunt
I
Samantha.
told you to buy the size bigger, and he won't because
Absolutely
of ego.
not. It's already an extra large.
I'm sorry for the
trying to
first
say to me?
row. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry for the first row.
Oh, DC saw it all.
They saw it all.
Anyway, where was I?
Josh arrives today.
Yeah.
She did find a new apartment, sight unseen.
Thank
So
God.
we'll see what it looks like. And
She wants to have sex.
She's saying her sex life has been dull.
Yeah.
And she's like, we're not having enough sex. And she's like, I'm worried that moving in won't improve these things. And again, she brings up that he's conservative and he avoids conversations. She's like, and I'm the opposite. I'm very open and I want to talk about sex. I think this is going to be very hard for them to live together.
Yep.
And she's like, I want to see him because it's not even her OCD. I don't mean that. I mean, she seems like a free spirit. And
those terms again.
But like she says, I like PDA. Yeah. So she's with a partner. He doesn't like those things.
No one needs to see this in public, y'all.
Well, but they don't like to do it.
A little blah, blah, blah.
Some people like that. Some people
I'm saying no one wants to see it. No one wants to see you.
They can look away.
Make out with your boyfriend.
Look away, baby, look away.
I'm fine with a man and woman kissing, but don't do it in my face.
Don't look at me. I've got to kiss my fiance for 4 minutes.
So yes, they're at the. I swear to God, if someone put me as a clock, said now we have to kiss for 4 minutes, my first thought would be like, "Fuck you! I'll kiss you for however long I want to."
Well, that's again part of her.
Well, don't involve me in it.
Okay. Well.
And
she sees him, and he arrives, and she's kissing him, and
he's cute. I think he's cute.
And they kiss for like 4 minutes. She wants 4 minutes.
It wasn't a full
4
4
seconds.
And here's the thing. This becomes where her OCD, but then it becomes where his boundaries always get violated.
Yes.
So
she doesn't. I don't know enough as for her, and if she can't validate his boundaries or she doesn't want to.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem where we get our shackles get raised a little bit with her because it is.
Hackles.
That's what I said.
Shackles are things that people in jail have. Your hackles get raised. No, you said shackles.
And so I'm wondering like you said, can she not honor his boundaries or does she not want to?
Yeah. It's, to me, I think it's important to consider that it probably is that she can't. She's not able to, but he's still there. The result's the same.
Mm-hmm.
And
like I said before, I don't think she's probably honored his boundaries from the beginning, and he still chose to move to the U.S. This man's 30 years old. He's grown.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So he doesn't seem like he's emotionally like he has some emotional intelligence.
He does.
So
she does pull out the lingerie in the airport. Which I thought was a choice.
Wow.
And he just goes,
but he knows this about it. So I'm a little bit like, I don't feel sorry for him at all.
He's choosing it. Yeah.
He's choosing it.
What I'm saying is we're going to have to watch him be uncomfortable.
But I think going on bang trips, on vacations and things like that is very different than living with someone.
Yep.
I was going to say in dreary Portland, but he's from the UK, so he's used to no sun for weeks.
And that, by the way, he's really understanding about the apartment.
Well, I think because she's booked an apartment, she's like, we won't be able to move in for a couple of days.
Yeah.
So they're going to stay at a hotel. Everything's great. That's the show.
On the second show, we'll cover Mallory and Rosh, as well as Aisha and Maxwell. We're going to have a lot to say about that. Mm-hmm. As well as
Shay and Annabelle.
Chelsea Marr. As well as your father.
Parts of him does. I mean, my father
relationships with women.
My father didn't party at all, and he didn't drink. But there are. I'm like,
that's your father.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking the whole time.
Oh shit, a lot of similarities.
Did your father fake his death and move to Paducah, Kentucky? Holy shit!
Yeah.
When that woman comes up to him, I'm like, good Lord, this is like all Chelsea's ex-wives.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chelsea, as you say.
Chelsea.
With a T.
Chelsea.
That is the show, everyone. That is the episode. We will jump into part 2 and talk about all of these lovely people. Again, if you don't want to hear our advertisements or commercials, you can jump to the $8 tier. However, if you are on the main feed and you're listening to our sponsors, please support our sponsors. They enable us to do what we love. We also appreciate if you leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, especially on Apple Podcasts. You leave 5 stars, and if you don't know what to write, you can just say, keep going, Queens.
Keep going, Queens.
Keep going, Queens. And we appreciate that. And we're going to keep going because of you. All right, everybody. Last but not least, follow us on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up the butt. Subscribe.
Up the butt.
The text or the sext have been turned in.
They have been turned in.
Christina, send him a black pigeon with a cigarette, kind of like, and said this, give to me by May 4th. And Poodle was scared and did it. He did it. So Christina, our producer, has them in her hands. And
she is compiling them and finding an interesting way to share them. And I had to say, I was saying this before. Sometimes I'm like, well, I haven't had sex with that many people. And it was just going back through that. I'm like, good God. How do I'm a slut.
I really don't know how your anus closes at this point.
And what I did try to include some of the ones, some of them are very dirty, but some of them I just want more unique ones.
Sure.
Lot of just talk a lot about cum.
Yeah. Well, I maybe your mother will see this.
It was tough sometimes to get through. I was like, it's a little forward.
Yeah. You get aggressive. You've told us.
I was shocked.
Well, I'm not. I don't know why.
Especially when I looked way back.
No.
How I used to. Boy.
Yeah. So, and I will be watching a scary movie later this month, y'all. I
know what the movie is, and I guess should we announce what it is?
That's up to you. I don't care.
Maybe we'll do that on a YouTube Live.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it for Under the Skirt. You can announce for and then Christina, y'all can have a meeting and talk about that. I'm sure you're deciding how you want to do that. But
it's gonna fucking.
I'm gonna be in Vegas this weekend,
you.
and then I'm gonna be in Oklahoma for a week for my brother's 50th and graduation. So we'll do it when I come back. But we hope by June things will be
only 6 months late.
Yeah, not because of me.
It was a lot of files.
All right, everybody. That's the show. We call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places?
Yes, and if you talk about anal in the subway,
who doesn't?
Who doesn't? When she said that, I didn't bat an eye.
Not an eye. If you're talking about anal in the subway, call us because we're your people.